Yo, what's up? As you can see, I'm right now walking towards the sunset. And yeah, I'm basically just thinking about something of school. Like, there's actually some pretty useful stuff in my school. Like, obviously, most of the stuff that I see, I don't think is that pretty useful. But there's some classes that I think are useful as fuck. Man, that's just pretty beautiful. Seriously. There's some of my classes that I actually think they're just beautiful. So they're beautiful. Like, they're like useful. For example, I know this is gonna sound very like what? But philosophy, I think is pretty has really helped me to think critically. Really foster that critical thinking. I also think, you know, just have different lens to for reality and life. And I know that's gonna sound very strange, but yeah, man, like just look at that shit. I know that's gonna sound very. I'm just watching that. Wow, man, I don't want to lose. I don't want to miss that. But I'm just watching. I know that sounds very strange, but there's some good teachers out there. Because obviously, I really think it depends on the teacher. Like, maybe I could have gone a teacher that is pretty bad, and therefore philosophy wouldn't have been that exciting. But I think it really is something very exciting. Just look at that shit, man. Look at that. That's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna watch it with my eyes. Like, it really makes me realize how. Let me get at the toys. It really makes me realize how fucking fast the Earth moves. Like, just look at that. Literally, hasn't passed 1 minute, and that thing already. Wow. Bro, I have literally been recording for 2 minutes, and the freaking sun, it was like at the start of the recording, it was half through it, and then just look. Right now, it's no longer there. That's crazy. Man, man, this is the perfect hour to walk, and these guys know it. They know it. This is the perfect hour. Yeah, basically. Oh my god. This is such a great place to just talk. Things just. Some professors that are actually pretty useful. And that's the case with philosophy, and also with one that is about more like entrepreneurship. Like that, the class is literally called entrepreneurship project or something like that. I know it sounds so lame, like entrepreneurship project. There's some actually very useful things, and I was actually just thinking about it. One of the useful things, which is a thing that we were learning about, which was the which is been an idea from Simon Sinek. So like, but that's like literally the fitness, totally different thing. No, I'm talking about um Simon Sinek or something like that, and he basically was talking about like the concept of why some companies are just greater than or more successful than our companies. For example, he was saying, okay, I'm still recording. He was saying the like, you know, obviously Dell or just some other companies that sell computers, and he basically said by the other, or Apple is more special or more successful than the a very different impact. And I think the perfect word is branding, because maybe the others have like much more sales, a much better brand. Like full circle for people that don't know. First, go watch that video from Sam Sulik. Simon Stein. I don't have internet right now, so I cannot really search for it. There's a house right there with Starlink. I know this is gonna be so strange because at the end of the day, literally the thing that I'm gonna record right now, some geoguesser guy is gonna figure it out. But whatever. There's some house right there that actually has access to some Starlink. So I don't have Starlink right now, so yeah, basically I'm gonna walk. I don't like being, literally came here to walk. Basically like 3 circles. So there's the outer circle. The most outer circle is like an onion. The most outer circle is the basically was that Apple was focused on the very core of that. I'm just gonna put it right here. Man, that's such a great fucking. Basically, Apple was focused on the very middle of the circles. Holy shit, there's a dog right there. Man, I'm very afraid of these type of dogs because some of them are really freaking wild. Whatever. Basically, the middle of it was the Y, and Apple was basically selling a product with their Y. Like, for example, the way Apple, or the example they as these. Man, I'm just gonna get out from here. The way, man, I'm actually afraid of dogs. I know that sounds pretty fucking like lame, but there's some dogs. I have had so much experiences of dogs just trying to bite me, and I'm actually fucking scared of them. I might be a freaking chicken, whatever you say it on English. I might be a bitch. But that's just the experiences that I have had. Probably this video is gonna end with me running from a dog. You hell fuck. Yeah, basically that was the thing. Like, Simon Sinek focused on, for example, he gave an example where of how Apple sells a product, and he was basically saying something like, well, Apple sells a product but like this. Hey, what we want and what we believe is that we want to bring stuff that make, like, no, I don't remember how he said it. He just said like something like, we believe in, it was basically saying, we believe in challenging the status quo, and what we want to do is to make great products for people to challenge the status quo, and for people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world. I mean, obviously he didn't say it that way, but it was something around that.
If Apple were like everyone else, a marketing message from them might sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh. Here's how Apple actually communicates. Everything we do, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? Totally different, right?
So that's some of the things that Apple believes in. And for example, if you compare that kind of selling with other company that just says, hey, this is the characteristics that this thing has. Like, obviously, Apple unveils the characteristics on their events and something like that. But at the end of the day, they really focus a lot of the branding on something around what I just said, which was what Steve Jobs envisioned. And this is just of like a great example of how Apple basically cares more about the why of things than the... I was just checking if it was still recording. How Apple just cares more about the why when they're like branding themselves than the how, right? And for example, that's a concept that I learned. I really didn't knew about that concept. I don't know why. I think I thought, and maybe I did, but I really didn't learn it the best way. Because at the end of the day, yeah, maybe I saw it somewhere, sometime. But the fact that I didn't remember it, shows that I really didn't learn it. And, oh my god, yeah. There's some value definitely to some of the classes that I'm having right now. Right now I'm in high school. Some people think I'm in university when they meet me, but no, I'm not. I'm the last year of high school. And 1 year ago I changed from school to something that seems more like lying with the things that I want. And most of the thing I think is just bullshit. Like, not useful. Right now, right? Like, maybe in the future it's gonna be very useful or whatever. But from the things that I have seen right now, there's some classes that I actually think are pretty fucking useful. There are some classes that I actually think are like, man, this thing is not that bad. Like, for example, this. Because I was just thinking about how that concept applies to a company. I was watching the podcast of John Galay, of the founder of John Galay, and I was just very interested in that because I have seen that brand explode all over the place. Primarily, I got reminded of the incredible growth that company has had and that brand has had because of my school. Like not everyone, but a lot of classmates are just buying John Galay. And it's pretty strange because 1 year ago, I remember seeing a video of how the founder started the company or something like that. It was basically like a blog. Some YouTuber made a blog going to the John Galay headquarters, just asking stuff to the founder. And I remember watching that 1 year ago, but then I forgot about the brand. And then I got reminded about the brand when I started to see all my classmates just bring like John Galay stuff and John Galay merch. So that's when I was like, man, I remember watching this, and I remember this was popping off and was, how shitty do I record these videos? I'm literally recording them like this. Yeah, I remember. Whatever. I'm gonna improve on that. Look at that shit, man. Like, bro, like, you just know, if you're a GeoGuessr, I don't know how you call that thing, like, pro player, you already know where I am exactly. So that's a little scary because you really know where I am. Well, like, this is pretty cool, man. Like, for people that know where I am, hello. For people that don't know, this is just a pretty cool place. Just in the middle of Mexico, basically. I'm just gonna give that hint. Right now I'm living in Mexico. I plan to live some years in the US or just go all over Europe, right? I'm just gonna be like a guy traveling all over the world. That's gonna be pretty cool, man. But right now I'm here in Mexico. That's like basically my home country. For now, right? Like, I really want to get out from here. Not because I don't like it, but I don't know. I mean, bro, I'm a 17-year-old. Like, it's very normal for 17-year-olds to just want to fucking explore the world. And the only country that I have gone through is to Canada, to Toronto. That was pretty cool. but I want to get all over the place, man. Like there's this incredible world, and I just want to explore it. And Mars too, man. I want to go to Mars, but that's gonna be like in 20 years. Whatever. I'm just literally fucking getting out of the conversation. Basically, I'm just saying that there are some. Oh my god, just look at that. Whatever. Yeah, this is my shoes basically right now. Basically, there are some classes in school that are actually pretty useful, and there's some shit that is pretty useful. So my advice right here for if people are actually watching this, I think there's just gonna be 2 people watching this video, is just for you to, if you're still in high school or even university, like I'm gonna go for high school or even elementary school stuff, because like university you actually choose your career, so it's not that forced. Like there's a decreased number of classes where you don't like to be in around, because at the end of the day you choose the actual career. So you're like, oh, I want to go to physics, or I want to go to business, so it's less of a burden to actually go to those classes. But if you're like in high school, right, like I'm right now, where like a lot of the classes that you see probably aren't really that appealing to you, I really recommend to like deeply analyze the stuff that you're seeing and be like, man, like actually view it from another's perspective, because that's happened to me a lot. Actually, that happened to me in, like, for example, with physics. Right now, one of the careers that I actually want to go study in university is physics, and that's pretty strange, because I remember like 2 years ago being like in second grade of high school, of not liking or just don't care. It's not that I didn't like physics, I just didn't care about it. And again, it was obviously because I had bad teachers. Like they really didn't care about teaching me the subject. And there was just one day where I was like, man, like I'm just gonna investigate all this stuff. Like literally the advice that I'm giving, that's actually what I did. I was like, man, what is really physics? Like what does that really study? I just got deep into I just got deep curiosity of the things that I was actually watching on high school, like second grade of high school. And then I realized, I just started, for example, in the physics part, I was like, wow, this shit is literally studying the whole fucking existence. Like it's going from from an atom to a freaking galaxy to the fucking universe. And that really surprised me, because I was like, man, wow, this sounds very interesting. Like this is literally a field of study that is trying to, like, not trying, but has really understood with great success how basically a lot of things of the universe works, like how atoms work, why this happens, how that thing works, like how that goes to a house. I don't know, I'm just gonna point a house, how that goes to that house or whatever that is, and just provides whatever, like internet, like how does thing that I'm pointing at right now works, like all that thing, or even the reason of why we're not floating right now, the reason of why that moon is right there, like the reason why everything, like physics has an excellent explanation, right? Or it has the closest to the truth explanation, because at the end of the day, physics is always, that's also what I love about physics and science, it's always trying to correct itself. So it's not actually saying, man, this is 100% correct, but it's just the most likely thing that is correct. Whatever. Basically, after like really deeply caring about, man, what does this thing actually study, or what is this thing about, or what is its usefulness in humanity, I was like, wow, man, physics is actually something that I'm really interested about. So I really recommend, just for people who are in high school or elementary school, or I was gonna say kindergarten, like maybe someone is watching this on this kindergarten. I don't think so, but for people that are basically like in high school, elementary school, I really recommend to do that exercise of, man, deeply analyzing and actually having that curiosity of, what is this for? What is this for? What is this useful for, right? and you're really gonna find very incredible things. Because one thing is how a school teaches you the subject, and another thing is how you really find its usefulness in the world by your curiosity. That's a totally different thing. And I think a great example is what I just said about physics, right? I don't know, man. This video just got all over the place. I just wanted to fucking go out walk, and just started to think about something. Just wanted to record this thing, this incredible sunset. That, man, I just realized I record like shit. So I'm gonna probably buy a camera, much better camera. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. Peace. Man, I want to go there so badly. We're gonna go there in freaking... Oh my god. Why this can't fucking... Why is this so bad? Man, this camera is so bad. But yeah, you know what I mean, man. Just go to the moon. That's gonna be pretty exciting. Oh my god, this freaking camera can't fucking catch the moon. Yeah, we're gonna go there in... It's gonna be pretty wild when we go there. We go there with vacations or whatever. Whatever. This video is getting all over the place. That was basically it.